High school baseball. Today, your Rams entertain their arch rival, the Bulldogs of Portland High School, in an SMAA league contest. Tonight is senior night at Deering High School, the occasion of the final regular season home game in the careers of 6 baseball athletes. We thank each of these young men for their contributions to their team, their school, and their community. We'll now introduce the players and their sponsors here this evening for the traditional presentation of flowers. The first senior is James Sinclair. James is represented tonight by his mom, Sue, and his dad, David. James will be attending USM and continuing his baseball career. At USM, he plans to major in sports management. The next senior is Colby Dane. Colby is represented this evening by his dad, Corey, his stepmom, Megan. Colby will be attending USM and also continuing his baseball career. He plans to major in computer science. The next senior is Jacob Geekus. Jacob is represented this evening by his dad, Matthew, and his mom, Suzanne. Jacob also plans to attend USM in the fall. The next senior is Riley Bartell. Riley is represented this evening by his dad, James, his mom, Kate Gilhooly, and his brother, Shane. Riley will be attending the University of Maine at Farmington, where he plans to continue his baseball career. The next senior is Rob Pacey, represented this evening by his dad, Joe, and his mom, Mary. Rob is undecided on his plans for next year. Our sixth senior is Spencer Todd, represented this evening by his dad Mike and his mom Nikki. Spencer will be attending the University of Maine at Orono, where he plans to study psychology and neuroscience. Congratulations to Deering's 6 graduating student athletes. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Here are this evening's starting lineups and batting orders. First for Portland, with a record of 11 wins and 4 losses, coached by Mike Rutherford. Leading off and playing center field, number 3, Ben Stasian. Batting second, the second baseman, number 2, Don Tachi. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 22, Jake Nope. Hitting fourth and playing left field, number 34, Nick Ashenblow. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 10, Tom Joyce. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 20, Donnie Tachi. Hitting seventh and playing third base, number 29, Will Snyder. The number 8 hitter is the catcher, number 7, Cam King. Batting ninth and pitching, number 8, Gio Rotolo. And now for your Rams, with a record of 7 wins and 8 losses, coached by Josh Stoll. Leading off and playing center field, number 9, Luke Harrison. Batting second and catching, number 22, Jack Lynch. Batting third and pitching, number 32, James Sinclair. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 21, Riley Bartell. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 17, Colby Dane. Hitting sixth, the shortstop, number 33, Luke Gill. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 44, Spencer Todd. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 5, Jacob Geekus. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 14, Rob Dacey. And starting at third base for Deering, number 28, Alex McGonigal. The umpires for today's game, on the bases, Joel Demers, and behind home plate, David Redman. Setting the Rams defensively, in left field is Rob Dacey, in center field, Luke Harrison, and in right, Riley Bartell. The third baseman is Alex McGonigal, the shortstop, Luke Hill, at second base, Jacob Geekus, and at first, Colby Day. The catcher is Jack Lynch, and today's starting pitcher, number 32, right-hander James Sinclair.
All right, here we go, Seth.
So leading off
for Portland is Ben Stasium.
Final regular season game for both teams.
It's called a strike. Swing and a miss.
And Daring played a baseball game earlier today against Stone Academy. And so not quite sure what kind of shape the players are in after playing a game earlier. So if you see that,
Hit the McGonigal, and it's just foul.
so where this game's just starting, if you see Deering in jerseys that are pretty dirty, that's the reason why. It's not that they're wearing dirty jerseys, it's just that they played a game prior to this.
And hit just foul again.
All right, so he's had a scribbler up the third base line, the first base line. Let's see if he can hit it someplace in between it.
And another foul.
All right.
It's over the head of Hill. So Stasium on with a single.
The second baseman.
Now batting is Dom Tachi.
So Tachi's got plenty of room there between second and first to put one down.
Little inside for ball one. And Tachi was going to lay down a bunt, but Sinclair keeping the Stasium on first close.
That's what I thought they were going to do, to try to move him over.
And Stasium takes off, and there's no throw.
Well, that worked out great for Portland. Didn't have to give up an out to get him over to second.
So it's 1-1 count. Three-no count.
Well, they could always try a bunt again.
And it curves over.
That was a beautiful pitch.
So it's full count. And he swung. So Sinclair strikes out Tachi for the first out. Now batting is Jake Nope. In there for strike one. Foul back. 0-2 count.
Outfield playing pretty much straight away. But Nope's been known to hit the ball out to the fence.
And in there for strike 3. So 2 quick strikeouts after
Number 34,
letting Stasium
Archambault.
get a free bag. One and no count.
Well, yeah, I mean, Portland had a runner in scoring position with no outs.
It's popped up and it's gonna go foul. In there for strike 2. It's 1-2 count. And Stasium takes off. And
Jeez.
the throw could have gone into left field.
Well, that was a great defensive play right there.
Just inside for ball 3.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, because normally that's called strike because that strike zone's pretty big.
And in the dirt for ball 4. So runners on the corners with 2 outs.
The first baseman, number 10.
Now batting is Tom Joyce. Sinclair checks on Archambault.
Yeah, and at this point, Sinclair's got to be careful he doesn't throw the ball away.
Inside for ball 1. Same spot for ball 2. And Archambault takes off. And the throw is over to third.
I mean, that was the heads-up play for the catcher, but he's not making the third baseman's job easy with those last 2 throws down there. He's pretty fortunate. He's got a good sure-handed third baseman.
3-1 count. And swing and a miss for strike 2. And it's ball 4. So Sinclair walks the bases loaded.
The right fielder, number 20, Donnie Fauci.
Now batting is Donnie Tachi. Inside for ball 1.
Well, after the 2 strikeouts, it hasn't been easy.
1-1 count. Tachi. And he's thrown out. So Hill keeping it from going up the middle and throws Tachi out.
Boy, I'm surprised that he even made that a close play. You know, I'm wondering if he thought that that was up the middle, and I mean, I'm shocked.
So after the top of the first, it's Portland 0, Deering coming up.
Setting the Bulldogs defensively. In left field, Nick Archibald. In center field, Ben Stasiak. And in right, Donnie Tachi. The third baseman is Will Snyder. The shortstop, Jake Lope. At second base, Don Tachi. And at first, Tom Joyce. The catcher is Cam King. And today's starting pitcher, number 8, right-hander Gio Ruotolo.
Leading off for Deering in the bottom of the first is Luke Harrison. On the inside corner for strike 1.
And that was a very long top of the first inning.
But Deering comes away with allowing 0 runs. Two and 1 count. It's popped up, and Tachi underneath it for the first out. Now batting is Jack Lynch.
The catcher, number 22, Jack Lynch. I'm going to finish first, Gary. I'm going to finish first.
0-1 count. Up high for ball 1. Two and 1 count.
Crowd starting to fill in Friday night. Crosstown rivals.
And Lynch hits it into left, but Archambault is there for the second out.
Well, it sounded like it was going to go a little bit further than it did.
Now batting is James Sinclair.
And Lynch looked like he was going back, and then he started to go sideways and got underneath it.
And Sinclair gets hit.
No, we need to get this game in.
So Sinclair gets to first. It's 2 outs.
And you could see the pitcher, I believe, of talking to Sinclair. They've probably known each other since Little League days. So no harm, no foul. Many of these players for Portland and Deering have come up through T-ball and Little League together, so and traveling teams, so they know each other.
Batting is Riley Bartell. Ball 1. over the head of Nope, and Sinclair taking third. So Bartel with the single moves Sinclair to third.
All right, let's see if Deering can do something Portland was unable to do, get a runner to third and bring him in.
Colby Dame at the plate for Deering. Up high for ball one. Ball two. In the dirt for ball three.
Well, one pitch away from loading the bases. Exactly what Portland had.
In there for strike one. It's 3-1 count. And
he hit him. And we're going to have a visit to the mound. A little bit of control issue here. And we'll take a break.
Korean shortstop.
And we're back. Luke Hill at the plate for Deering. And it's fouled back.
Well, it was probably a good time for a visit, just to let him take a deep breath and settle down. Nothing bad has happened yet, so.
And Hill hits it to McGonigal, and he throws him out for the third out. So Portland getting out of a jam. So after one, it's Portland 0, Deering 0.
After one inning complete.
Leading off, the top of the second for Portland is Will Snyder.
Will Snyder.
Popped up and it's foul. Let's hit the Geekus for the first out.
And once again, we have a baseball game and football weather.
Number 7, Cam King.
Now batting is Cam King. In there for strike one. One and one count. On the outside corner for strike two. And King hits it to Dame, and Sinclair steps in the bag for the second out.
The Bulldog pitcher, number 8,
Now batting is Gio Rotolo. In the dirt for ball 1.
They check with the first base umpire and he says no swing.
Three and out count. And Rotolo hits it to McGonigal for the throws him out. So after 1.5, it's Portland 0, Deering 0. Leading off the bottom of the second for Deering is Spencer Todd. Ball 1. On the outside corner for strike 1, it's 1-1 count. Up high for ball 2.
Boy, that was a beautiful pitch.
2-2 count. In the dirt for ball 3, full count. And foul tip for strike 3.
Yeah, it was a high pitch, and he couldn't hold off swinging, and you could see that he wasn't happy with himself after that check swing.
Now batting for Deering is Jacob Geekus. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 count. Popped up, and Tachi underneath it for the second out. Now batting is Rob Dacey.
Number 14, Rob Dacey.
Up high for ball 1. Ball 2. Called a strike. It's 2-1 count. Outside for ball 3. And Don't know if that hit him or not, but it was ball 4 anyway.
The center fielder, number 9, Luke Harrelson.
Well, the pitcher for Portland, he's only given up 1 hit, but he's hit 2 batters, so.
Now batting is Luke Harrison.
Almost had a third right there, but he got out of the way.
And Rotolo checks on the runner again. And it's launched, but it's foul.
Well, he definitely had that one timed. He was just out in front of it.
0-1 count. Up high for ball 1.
And I think it's starting to sprinkle.
Fouled. 1-2 count.
See some umbrellas popping up. It's not supposed to rain long, but when it's cold outside, the rain gets cold.
And Dacey is safe. In there for strike 3.
And just like that.
So after 2 complete, it's Portland 0, Deering 0. Leading off the top of the 3rd for Portland is Ben Stasium. And Stasium hits it into left for a leadoff single.
The second baseman.
And that's Stasium's second hit, right? So he led off the first with a hit, and he's leading off the 3rd with a hit.
Now batting is Dom Tachi. And Sinclair checks on Stasium. Checks on him again. And Stasium takes off, and Tachi gets thrown out on the bunt attempt.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny because that's exactly what they tried to do in the first inning. Stasium got on, and Tachi attempted a bunt, and then they took it off, but this time he was successful. So, and the way this game's going, 1 run is going to may do it.
Jake Nope at the plate for Portland. Hit foul. 0-2 count. One and two count. On the outside corner for strike 3.
Well, the strike zone in high school baseball is as wide as you see the batter's box on each side of home plate, and you do have to protect the plate.
Now batting is Nick Archambault. In there for strike 1.
And the reason for the sort of the unofficial, official, oversized strike zone is high school baseball pitchers are not that accurate as a major league pitcher would be, so they give them a little bit of leeway.
Up high for ball 2. In the dirt for ball 3. It's called a strike. Three and 2 count. And it's ball 4.
The first baseman, number 10, Tom.
Now batting is Tom Joyce. On the inside corner for strike 1.
And as you can see, Joyce is asking the umpire exactly where that baseball was.
Down low for ball 1. It's 1-1 count. In the dirt again for ball 2. On the inside corner for strike 2, it's 2-2 count. Ball 3.
Ooh. Almost caught him sleeping over there. First baseman snuck in behind.
And Joyce hits it into the outfield, and Stasium comes in and scores for the first run of the game.
And on the play, it looked like the center fielder bobbled the ball a little bit, which allowed the runner to move from second to third.
So Donnie Tachi at the plate.
Well, unlike the first inning, the shortstop didn't have a chance to get that ball up the middle like he did on that great play he made in the first.
Inside for ball 1, and it was an error on Harrison from Archambault going from second to third. 1-1 count. And hit to Dacey, and Dacey gets the third out, but Portland gets a run on the board. So after 2.5, it's Portland 1, Deering 0. Leading off the bottom of the third for Deering is Jack Lynch, and Lynch hits it to Snyder, and he throws him out.
Snyder's a pretty good third baseman, and the fortunate thing for Portland is I think he's only a junior, so they'll have him back next year.
Number 32, James Sinclair.
Now batting is James Sinclair. Fouled back. In the dirt. It's 1-1 count. Ball 2. And Sinclair launches it, but Archambault there to get it for the second out.
Yeah, and he just had to glide back a little bit. It was hit right at him, so.
Number 21, Riley Bartell.
Riley Bartell at the plate. Ball. Ball 2. Ball 3. It's ball 4. So Rotolo allows a 2-out walk.
And it seems like both pitchers, as soon as they get 2 outs, things get interesting. I think we've only had one clean 1, 2, 3 innings so far, or anything close to that.
In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And it's dribbler to Snyder and throws him out. So after 3 complete, it's Portland 1, Deering 0. Leading off for Portland in the top of the 4th is Will Snyder.
And looking off to my left, it's the skies are darkening up.
1-1 count. Snyder pops it up. And Tachi is there for the first out. Geekus
The catcher
is there for
number
the
7, Cam King.
now batting is Cam King. And right back to Sinclair for the second out.
Boy, great reaction there.
The pitcher,
You know, because he's after he pitches, he's kind of leaning off to the left side of the field, and he reached over and great concentration.
Now batting is Gio Ruotolo. 0-1 count. Foul tip. 0-2 count. And he reaches out. And Hill, it's not in time. So Ruotolo gets on with a 2-out single.
Well, you know, he was probably just trying to protect the plate, but that's usually what happens. You know, you have to protect the plate, and he just reached out, and he's on base for that.
Now batting is Ben Stasium.
And Rotolo's got a pretty good lead going on over there.
It's ball 1. Down low for ball 2. Sinclair checks on him again. And Ruotolo takes off and has to come back. It's a 2-1 count. In there for strike 2.
Oh, what a beautiful pitch. I don't think he was expecting that one. He was just standing there, dropped right over.
In the dirt for ball 3.
And Rotolo was off the bag at first pretty good. I think that was a smart play by the catcher. Just chase him back, don't throw the ball.
And high throw, but in the dirt for ball 4.
All right, some more 2-out hiccups here by a pitcher.
the second baseman, number 2, Dom Tachi.
Now batting is Dom Tachi. And
He hit him.
So it's bases loaded with 2 outs.
Do you have 4 or 5?
The shortstop, number 22, Jake Nope.
And the discussion up here is what constitutes an official ball game here, because as my friend Don in the other room, who doesn't want me to talk about the weather, but it is starting to come down now. And it's not looking like Kansas anymore out here. Wind is picking up, the rain is picking up. And the fans are all making a mad dash to underneath the stands. It's not supposed to rain long, but we just have to worry about if there's any thunder and lightning, because that will definitely stop the game for an extended period of time while we wait for it to go by. So let's see what happens. It could clear pretty quick. They're going to continue playing.
Now batting is Jake Nope. It's in there for strike 1. Up high. 1-1 count.
So I'm wondering if Deering needs to come up in the bottom of the 4th to make it official, where they're losing the game.
It's foul. 1-2 count.
And I think the umpire has given the catcher a little bit of time, because he may have gotten that ball on the foul tip off his leg. Little courtesy there by the umpire.
And it's foul. Still a 1-2 count. Fouled back. Up high for ball 2. 2-2 count.
I'm not sure how many pitches Sinclair has thrown, but he's had a couple of long innings out there.
And
Oh,
a
man.
snag by Sinclair to get the 3rd out.
Well, you know, if anyone can help you out, it's yourself. And you can see his teammates rallying around him. That was pretty darn impressive. Way to go.
So after 3.5, it's Portland 1, Deering 0. Leading off in the bottom of the 4th for Deering is Luke Hill. Ball 1. Popped up. And Stasium is there for the first out.
Yeah, with the wind out there starting to pick up a little bit, they'll have to be careful on some high hit balls out there.
Now batting for Deering is Spencer Todd. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 count. Up high for ball 2.
Well, and Rotolo so far still only given up 1 hit.
Strike 2. It's 2-2 count. Inside for ball 3. And in the dirt for ball 4. So Todd on with a 1-out walk.
The second baseman, number 5.
Now batting is Jacob Geekus.
And not sure if we're going to have a pinch runner. I think we're going to have a pinch runner, yes, number 30.
Bobby Ridge is pinch running for Spencer Todd. In there for strike 1.
Ridge, not a big lead there at first base.
Strike 2.
Oh,
Strike 3.
oh, jeez. Drop the hammer on him. Beautiful pitch.
Now batting is Rob Dacey.
And you know, Rotolo really needed a pitch like that.
And it's hit out to Archambault, and he gets the 3rd out.
Beautiful catch. And we'll see him get some handshakes from the coach. And that really saved them right there. Way to keep focused.
So after 4 complete, it's Portland 1, Deering 0. Leading off, the top of the 5th for Portland is Nick Archambault, and Archambault gets it into the gap, and he's going to take second.
Well, you know, both the center fielder and the right fielder hustled over there, but it was in no man's land. Neither one of them were going to catch that one. He hit it in the perfect spot.
Now batting is Tom Joyce.
So let's see at this point if Joyce's job is to bunt him over or not. Oh, they're letting him swing away.
Joyce hits it up high, and Geekus gets the out.
I'm a little surprised because the coach for Portland has had the bunt play on twice when they got a runner on first with nobody out.
Now batting is Donnie Tachi. It's in there for strike 1.
I would have thought the bunt play would have been on to try to get him to third.
And Tachi hits it out to center, and he's going home, and Archambault is safe.
He was definitely safe, and on the throw, Tachi goes to second. But it was a very good close play. I mean, the catcher had the ball, but he slid right past him by the time he turned around.
Number 29, Will Snyder.
Will Snyder at the plate. It's foul.
And it looks like the storm is going to bypass us now. It's starting to really brighten up to the left.
And Snyder hits it out to Harrison.
Boy, and that was a little closer than it really needed to be.
Cam King at the plate. 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Well, late call on the timeout. Pitcher for Darren was already in his windup.
One 1 count. And Tachi takes off. And he's safe.
Well, you know, he bounced up and was off the bag. And there's some talk from the Darren dugout to the home plate umpire. And, you know, Seth, maybe with a third base umpire, the call may have been different because I think he had the tag on him when he popped up off the bag.
It's ball 4.
But when I go to edit the film, I can slow it down and take a look.
The pitcher, number 8, Gio.
Now batting is Gio Rotolo.
Oh, a chance to help himself.
And there's no one at first.
Oh, man.
So Tachi gonna come in and score, and King goes all the way to third.
Wow. There was nobody on the bag for him to throw the ball to. So there was a little miscommunication because normally the first baseman holds the runner on, and he wasn't holding him on, and it didn't get communicated to the pitcher.
Up high for ball 1.
And that's really unfortunate for Deering. And the tail end of the storm is going by, and we're getting the tail end of the rain here a little bit hotter.
One and 1 count.
Yeah, not only the runner scored, but the runner from first made it all the way over to third.
It's fouled back. Two and 2 count.
Wow. He fought that one off. Little self-protection there, I think.
Ball 3.
Well, I think with the dark clouds, the sun coming, we may see a
Popped
rainbow.
up. And Hill gets there for the third out, but Portland puts 2 on the board. It's Portland 3, Deering 0.
In the middle of the 5th.
2 runs, 2 hits.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Deering is Luke Harrison. And it's foul. And Will Tolo steps off. Fouled back.
And there's a little bit of a rainbow up over the expo, which I can't get on camera from where we are.
In the dirt for ball 1. It's a 1 and 2 count. In there for strike 3.
Jeez. Another beautiful pitch. Wow. Rotolo is definitely settled in.
22, Jack Lynch.
Now batting is Jack Lynch.
I mean, it hasn't been pretty, but, you know, he's kept Portland in the game.
Strike 1.
There it is again.
Up high. Swinging for strike 2. One and 2 count.
Fan in the stands with a Bo Jackson jersey on. Don't see too many of those around anymore.
Two and 2 count.
One of the last great two-sport athletes on the professional level.
In there for strike 3.
Boy, Rotolo.
The pitcher, number 32.
Now batting is James Sinclair. It's fouled back. 0-1 count.
And as you can see on the high school level, they only have so many baseballs, so the professionals, they throw the ball out. In high school ball, they throw the ball back to the pitcher.
And Sinclair hits it, but Snyder with a dive and Throws over for the third out.
And we'll get Snyder getting some hand slaps and his teammates all around him. That is a heck of a play. And that'll help you pitcher out, and that'll help you keep the lead.
So after 5 complete, it's Portland 3, Deering 0. Leading off the top of the 6th for Portland is Ben Stasium in the dirt for ball 1.
So, Seth, there was some changes.
So for Deering, Colby Dame is now the pitcher from first. James Sinclair is the shortstop from pitching. And Luke Hill is at first from shortstop. Up high for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. Strike 2. Popped up and in the stands. Strike 3.
Catcher having to tag him because he dropped the ball.
Now batting is Dom Tachi. In the dirt for ball 1. Ball 2.
Yeah, nothing malicious there. Dame's been all over the place.
Two and 1 count. Popped up. McGonigal is there for the out.
And all the way up here, I could hear somebody on the Deering side holler and call it because you couldn't hear anyone on the field. Third baseman, shortstop, and catcher were all out there.
Jake Nope at the plate. It's 1-0 count. Ball 2, 2-1 count. Up high for ball 3. And it's hit to McGonigal and gets him out. So clean inning for Deering. So after 5.5, it's Portland 3, Deering 0. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for Deering is Riley Bartell. 1-1 count. And it's hit the Donnie Tachi for the first out.
Well, you know, and that was a good swing at that ball because he laid back on it and he waited for the pitch, that off-speed pitch. He just unfortunately hit it at somebody.
Now batting is Colby Dame. It's hit foul. 0-1 count. On the inside corner for strike 2.
Wow.
Up high for ball 1. 1-2 count. Two and 2 count.
Yeah, I think Rotolo wanted that one, but it was a little bit too inside.
It's foul. In the dirt for ball 3. It's a full count. It's ball 4. So Dame on at first with 1 out.
And nobody warming up in either dugout, either bullpen, but it doesn't really mean anything. As we saw last half inning for Deering, they just moved some position players around and changed pitchers.
Now batting is Luke Hill, and Hill bloops it up, and Dom Tachi with the out.
I think he took that one away from his brother. His brother's the right fielder, right? Yeah. They kind of looked at each other like, no, I got this one.
Now batting is Spencer Todd.
Spencer Todd.
In the dirt for ball 1.
Nice play by the catcher.
And it's ripped up the third base line.
It'll stay right here. Runner does not move up.
So Todd with a 2-out single moves Dame to second.
Nice sharp hit. Did it look like Snyder got maybe a little bit of his glove on that one?
The second baseman, number 5, Jacob Geekus.
It's hard to tell.
I mean, he made a great attempt at it, but unlike the earlier one that he got, this one was hit just a little bit harder. And we're going to have a pinch runner, number 42.
Keegan Stanton.
Great pitches running for Todd, number 42, Keegan Stanton.
Batting for Deering is Jacob Geekus. Inside for ball 1. And it's hit to Snyder, and Snyder tags third for the force out.
And a little backhanded throw of the baseball to the pitcher's mound.
So after 6 complete, it's Portland 3, Deering 0. Leading off the top of the 7th for Portland is Nick Archambault.
Umpire making him take some tape off. Tie his shoe. I don't know. They were both looking at his feet.
In there for strike 1. And Archambault hits it into left for a leadoff single. Tom Joyce at the plate for Portland.
Tom Joyce.
Up high for ball 1. Two and 0 count. On the inside corner for strike 1. And Joyce calls time. Down low for ball 3. It's popped up.
Taking out the principal. She was just. Yeah.
Full count.
And Joyce's pop-up into the stands almost hit his principal at his high school.
And Archambault takes off. And he's gonna get there uncontested. It was ball 4.
And we're going to have a pinch runner, number 13.
The right fielder, number 20.
So,
Tachi.
pinch running for Joyce is Jacob Laranger.
And looks like the umpire is now asking Tachi to take off some jewelry. So, very interesting. We're here in the top of the 7th inning, and now the umpire's asked someone to do something to their shoe and now take off a piece of jewelry. And I'm assuming that throughout the game, both have been there to begin with. So a little bit of house cleaning here in the top of the 7th. And I think the umpire is saying something to somebody in the Deering dugout now.
Down low for ball 1. In the dirt for ball 2.
Nice play by the catcher.
In there for strike 1. It's 2-1 count.
Yes, Michael, you're right. Let's celebrate the sweets.
And it's
So going to drop.
moved in the
It
outfield.
does. And they're
And
sending him.
Archambault comes in and scores.
Wow.
And the Ranger goes to third. And Tachi,
The third baseman, number
Well,
29.
and you know, on that play, they were throwing home, but the ball was cut off. The unfortunate thing is, no one was there at third. The guy would have been out. And then, by the time he turned around to throw to second, he was already in the bag.
it's fouled back. Batting is Will Snyder.
So a little unfortunate there for Deering. The third baseman took the cutoff, but no one was covering the bag.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 count. One and 2 count.
And Snyder with a chance here to add 2 more runs. Nobody out.
And it's strike 3 on the outside corner.
The catcher, number
Now batting is
7,
Cam King.
King.
In there for strike 1.
And at this point, the Deering infield is in on the grass. Can't afford to let up any more runs.
On the outside corner for strike 2. And it's by Lynch. And Snyder was thrown out after rounding third. It was Tachi. So it was a wild pitch that the Rangers scored on, and Tachi would have been on third, but
Yeah, when the ball got away from the pitcher, I think Tachi thought maybe he had a chance to come home, but the shortstop did a great backup and was able to throw him out at third. And some
strike
words.
three.
And some words there between the catcher and the batter. I think the way that the catcher ended up ended up tagging the batter. I don't think there was anything intentful there, but you know, it's a rivalry game.
So after 6.5, it's Portland 5, Deering 0. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for Deering is Rob Dacey.
And if Rotolo could make quick work here, he's going to have a complete game win.
Up high for ball 2.
I did see a few Portland pitchers warming up in the bullpen, so they do have someone to go in if needed.
On the outside corner for strike 1.
And I'm sure heading into the playoffs that this would be good for Portland to only have to use one pitcher.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. It's 2-2 count. In the dirt for ball 3. It's a full count. Dacey hits it to Snyder, and Joyce scoops it for the first out.
Yeah, it was a nice, beautiful, easy hop for Snyder, but he made it interesting on the throw over. But like you said, Seth, Joyce did a great job digging that ball out of the dirt.
Now batting is Luke Harrison. In the dirt for ball 1. On the outside corner, strike 1. It's 1-1 count. Two and 1 count. Ball 3. And it's hit to Nope, and he bobbles it. So Harrison will get the first on the error.
Well, Deering's hopes are still alive here. They do need to make up a 5-run deficit, but
The catcher, number 22, Jack.
Now batting is Jack Lynch. On the inside corner for strike one.
And Rotolo's job at this point is to forget that there's even a player on at first base, because that guy doesn't mean anything at this point. He's just got to pitch, and he's got to be good at it.
And Harrison
Well,
steals second.
well, he still doesn't mean anything, but that ball was almost thrown into the outfield.
So it's a 1-1 count. Down low for ball two. 2-1 count. And Lynch hits it into the gap. So Harrison is going to come around and score. So Lynch with an RBI double.
Well, I wonder if we're going to see a pitching change here anytime soon. Maybe they'll give him one more batter.
The shortstop.
Now batting is James Sinclair.
James Sinclair.
Well, and that's one of the hardest hit balls all night for Deering.
Inside for ball one. In the dirt for ball two.
And looks like we're coming up to about 2 hours here for this ball game. Earlier this season, I did a Deering game. The game was over in 1 hour and 4 minutes.
And Lynch takes third.
Well, heads up play by Lynch to get over there. Deering's not going easy here.
3-0 count. And it's up high for ball four.
Yeah, and that was just as I thought. He was going to give him one more batter and then give him the hook.
And it looks like Joyce is going in to change his glove.
And we'll see where Rotolo goes. And it looks like Tachi's coming in from right. And it looks like Rotolo's going out to right. Joyce is going to the pitcher's mound. And maybe Tachi going to first? Looks like he's got a... No? Yeah? What do you think? We'll let you know.
Now batting for Deering is Riley Bartell. On the outside corner for strike one.
So Deering with runners on the corner with only one out.
It's outside for ball one. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, Joyce has got that Chris Sale kind of slinging it over the plate. Lefty slinging it over the plate look.
And Sinclair takes off. And no throw.
Well, believe it or not, those 2 runs don't mean anything either. They need outs.
And Bartel gets it into the outfield, and that's going to score 2. So Deering puts 3 on the board.
All right.
The pitcher, number 17, Colby.
Now batting is Colby Dame.
Well, at this point, they cannot let any more runners on the bases at all, with only 1 out.
And it goes past, so Bartel is going to take second.
And we have timeout, and the coach is going to talk to Colby Dane. Probably just going to tell him, you know, unless he throws you something perfect, take some pitches. I mean, Darren's not in the double play now, so.
In there for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Probably going to take this pitch too.
Strike 2.
Wow. Yeah, he probably thought that one was a little too low. And as I thought, the coach was telling him to take a few pitches, but Joyce has put it right where he needed it. Whoa.
And called a ball.
That was one of the best pitches Joyce has thrown all night, too. Oh, and you can hear the fans on the Portland side not too happy about that pitch. I think the umpire was
And strike 3.
but he got him anyway.
So
All
Luke
right.
Hill.
First baseman,
And
number 33.
I think we're going to have a visit to the mound. I wonder if we're going to have a pitching change, or the umpire is the coach. Is he moving some position players? Or no, he's going out to. That's interesting. Never even stopped to talk to the pitcher, went and talked to his players. All right. Well,
He may not have.
it'll be interesting to see what that's all about.
So Luke Hill at the plate for Deering.
Well, and thing is, your middle infielders, they got to knock the ball down. Even if they don't get it, they got to knock it down and not allow the guy from second to score here.
In there for strike one. Outside for ball one. It's 1-1 count. And Hill calls time.
Well, we started this game off with a very long half inning, and we're going to end the same way.
In the dirt for ball two. Ball three. And it's a dribbler, and Snyder gets him out.
Boy, that was a little bit closer than necessary. Looked like he double pumped on that one, but they got him. And I think we're going to have a discussion here, and they're going to ask if his foot was off the bag.
There were 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error.
And are they going to have a discussion to see?
Your final line score,
They are not.
Portland 5 runs.
So Deering makes it interesting in the bottom of the 7th, but falls short. 5-3 to Portland.
Well, they had that "we're not going to quit" attitude, so that's pretty good. We'll get the handshakes, and we'll let you know that both teams are in the playoffs. Unfortunately, I don't believe we can bring the first or second round to you, as we have graduation commitments that we have to cover. So teams make it past the first or second round, we will be there. Thank you very much for watching.